Hello, my name is Brooke. The video you're about to watch is a recording of a stage musical I wrote a few years ago called Birthmarked. It's based on my life growing up and being excommunicated from the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses. So it's been quite a sensitive topic, and performing it in a theatre with a live audience felt really a safe way to do it. Putting it on the internet, however, always felt a bit scary, but I've decided to kind of make that step and put it online and share it and see where it goes. Me and my band have been performing this for the last few years, and the focus has been on performing it live and sharing it with an audience, but we'd really like to finally get round to recording it as an album and in a studio, so like a live music video, beautifully recorded. So I've set up a GoFundMe page, which you can find a link to in the video description here and below. And if you feel like donating, anything will help us achieve that goal. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy Birthmarked.
I don't know how to say what I'm gonna say, but anyway, the way you left me on my own, no, that was not okay. I know that there are more than two in this equation. That's why I'm standing here for you on this occasion to say, I gave you all I had to give, given I was on my own. I take it I will have to live without you. I love you and I always will, something I have always known, that I'm in yours, you'll be in my love. If we could ask a member of the congregation to read Jonah, chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. That's you guys. You're the congregation. If we could ask a member of the congregation to read, thank you, sister, just up the back, to read Jonah, chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. We might just have to pass the microphone and the Bible just over. Thank you.
The word of Jehovah came to Jonah the son of Amittai, saying, Get up, go to Nineveh, the great city, and proclaim judgment against her, for their wickedness has come to my attention. But Jonah got up to run away from Jehovah. He found a ship going to Tarsus. He paid the fare and went aboard. Away from Jehovah, away from Jehovah, away from Jehovah.
Thank you, sister. A task too big for him to shoulder, a task too big for him to bear. Leave this town and find another. I think I'll run away somewhere. Board the boat and hope to lay beneath the decks and out of sight. Hoped to travel through till morning, but the storm came through the night.
Do you recognize that you have committed a gross sin?
He'll go under, he'll go down, he will listen to the water sound.
Are you repentant for what you have done?
He'll go under, he'll go down, he will listen to the water sound.
These acts are akin to bestiality.
They had families for feeding, they had jobs for getting done, and their children needed fathers, one for all and all for one. No, he'll go under, he'll go down, he will listen to the water sound. He'll go under, he'll go down, he will listen to the water sound. Is it cowardice or honesty to admit a lack of bravery? Is it cowardice or honesty to admit a lack of bravery?
Brook Tate is no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, Jonah. He'll go under, he'll go down, he will listen to the water sound. He'll go under, he'll go down, he will listen to the water sound. Hello, whale.
Jonah?
No, I'm not Jonah. My name's Brook.
Oh, hey, Brooke. My name's...
Sorry, do you mind repeating that?
You can call me Gail.
Hi, Gail. Are you gonna swallow me?
I don't know, I might do. That is how the story goes, isn't it?
No, please don't. I think that Bible story is absolutely terrifying.
What are you doing underwater, Brooke?
I got chucked off a boat. Or, two window cleaners and a gardener chucked me out of a religion.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible. Everything's pretty horrible at the minute.
Do you want to talk about it?
With you? No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just don't know you. I've literally just met you, Gail.
But Brooke, I'm just a whale.
True. And I guess everyone else here is going to be destroyed at Armageddon, so...
Gosh.
I know, it's terrifying.
No, it's not that. I've just had an overwhelming urge to swallow you.
No, please, don't. Junior, no, don't. I can't talk to you about it. I can't, I'm not really supposed to talk about it. But I have written a bunch of songs over the years kind of about it, and my band are all here, and we all have our instruments conveniently, and we could play you them if you like.
What, like a gig?
Yeah, like a gig, I guess, yeah.
I love gigs.
Great. Well, this is Tom, Eddie, Sam, and Junior.
Oh, hey band. Do you need a drummer?
We do, because our last drummer just ran off. Gail, are you asking to drum for us?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Thanks.
Sure, yeah, okay. Guys, I literally have no idea what's going on. Tom, start playing When He Came Around. Eddie, give us the E. Just keep playing songs and she won't swallow us. So I guess the first song that I'll play you is, it was kind of like a prayer to God, because I still believed in him at the time, and it's kind of like if something happened and it meant that my relationship with God was going to change, and so it's kind of a breakup song with God, really. It's about a kiss. My first kiss. A kiss with a guy. But unfortunately, this kiss meant that I might, unfortunately, lose my whole family, so it's not quite as romantic as the Cinderella story. We were going strong for quite a while. It didn't take too long to trick me with a smile. He showed himself to be someone who I wish I hadn't seen. He made me do things that I don't do, but now I'm not so green. And I was wondering how I could love you and whether I'd always stay, and whether or not I could tell you the truth when I feel this way. But somewhere inside me I'm telling myself I will be okay, and I've only come here to say that I was hoping you'd listen when I told you I'm missing the part of my heart you had found. But I did not admit that I lost it when he came around. When he came around. When he came around. Oh, yes, Gail. Oh my gosh. So, Gail, basically, my Nan Maud became a Jehovah's Witness in the 50s when someone knocked on her door and preached to her. And my family have been preaching and knocking on doors ever since. I can remember being pushed around in a pram until I was able to walk and talk and then preach myself. I've literally been doing this my whole life. And Nan Maud was a really devout witness, and I wanted to prove to Jehovah that I could be a devout witness too. So, I ended up learning Mandarin and moving from Hastings, my hometown, to Shanghai in China to preach the Bible to people and make them turn into Jehovah's Witnesses. And it was really scary because it's illegal over there. We shouldn't have been there. We were putting ourselves and others in danger. Anyway, there was another guy there, another Jehovah's Witness, who was also preaching. And then one night we kissed. And then then we more than kissed, and then we thought, oh no, now I'm stuck on my own. I'm neither here nor there, but I can see how my heart has grown. I guess it's called a repair. Who knows if one day I'll turn and see a brighter side with you. But on the side that I seem to be, I've got some things to do. And I was hoping you'd listen when I told you I'm missing the part of my heart you had found. But I did not admit that I lost it when he came around. Oh, when he came around. And I'm not blaming you for all the things I couldn't see. I guess I understand you better now and see how I used to be. When I was hoping you'd listen, when I told you I'm missing the part of my heart you had found. But I did not admit that I lost it when he came around. I was hoping you'd listen when I told you I'm missing the part of my heart you had found. But I did not admit that I lost it when he came around. So, yeah, Gail, so we kissed, and then we more than kissed, and I was like, well, nothing like that had ever happened to me in my life, and I genuinely like saw fireworks in my mind, and my mind exploded, and I felt things I'd never felt before, and I was like, I will love this man forever. But then in the morning, like, we woke up, and he was stood in the corner of the room just quivering, like literally quivering, and that's when it hit us both that this was really serious and really bad. And then he turned around and he said to me, this didn't happen. No one can know about this. I'm leaving and don't come and find me.
What a knob.
It was beautiful, yeah.
No, I mean, what a knob to do that to you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that too. But also, no, not really, because Gail, like, we were both so messed up. Like, we'd been holding in our emotions for so long, and he was 10 years older than me, so he'd been holding them in even longer.
Gosh. Did you have a fun night, though? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Yeah, Gail, I really did. It was so incredible. Like, I never thought I'd have any kind of sexual experience with anyone beside myself. And, yeah, it was beautiful.
I had a boyfriend once.
Oh, yeah?
It didn't last very long.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's really hard to keep the sparkle light underwater.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess.
So what happened then, Brooke?
What happened then?
Yeah.
Well, that's the stuff I shouldn't really talk about, Gail.
I won't tell anyone. And all the fish here, they'll forget tomorrow.
All the what?
All these fish, they won't remember in the morning.
Oh, you're fish now. Oh, I see. Well, that explains the smell. Joking, not really. You smell beautiful. I didn't mean that in a bad way. And you'll forget, like goldfish. And Gail, you won't tell anyone. Okay. So basically what happened next was I came home, I confessed, and I got disfellowshipped.
You confessed? That's so stupid.
Well, no, Gail, I didn't want to confess.
What do you mean?
Well, also, I was actually just asking a friend to help me. He was one of my best friends, and he was an elder, and I knew that his younger brother was gay. But no one spoke about it. But we knew. And his younger brother had moved to Brighton and was living his life as a gay man, and he'd managed to keep hold of his family, and I wanted the same thing. I just wanted to be myself and keep my family. But in the end, my friend said that as his spiritual responsibility as an elder, he had to like turn me in and tell the elders in my congregation if I didn't confess myself. So I had no choice. I had to confess.
Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, Gail, he really was one of my best friends, but that got me disfellowshipped.
You keep saying that word, Brooke.
Oh, disfellowshipped. So it basically just means like you're kicked out of your community. It's just shunning to the nth degree. It comes from a practice like in ancient times of stoning, but because that's illegal nowadays, at least in this country, the closest thing Jehovah's Witnesses can say is, don't have anything to do with that person. Don't even smile at them or wave at them in the street for the rest of your life. My Uncle Adrian was disfellowshipped when I was just a kid, and I never got a chance to know him.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
My dad just said goodbye to him in the car park of a pub about 20 years ago.
He hasn't seen his brother for 20 years?
Mm-hmm. And it's always 3 men who decide. 3 men who have no training in social care or anything like that. And they have more power over your life than a high court judge, because even if a high court judge sends you to prison, at least your family can call you. At least they might be able to come and visit you now and then.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
No, it's that swallowing urge.
Gail, don't, please. I'm not Jonah.
I know. I just love swallowing things.
Well, please, don't swallow us.
Okay, I'll try.
And you're part of the band now, and you're doing so well. Anyway, as I was saying, quick guys, do another one. These 3 men, in my situation, in my case, 2 window cleaners and a gardener, made a decision to take everyone away from me, just like that. And so one night, when I was just sat on the end of my bed, just after I'd been disfellowshipped, I started writing a song, and it's called Little Handle, and it's basically just a way of asking, what's the use of holding heavy hearts? They only weigh us down, we know, but from the fear of empty arms, we just can't bring ourselves to let them go. And so we carry on and carry all these heavy hearts, spending days with nothing occupied, to yourself swearing secretly. You tell yourself that for a while you'll have to cope with your own company. And so we carry on and carry all these heavy hearts. But there's hope of holding someone who has hoped of holding someone too, and it fills a space that once was hollow, a little handle on tomorrow. We hold until our fists go wide, until ourselves the choice was right, and we know that in the days to come we'll have our arms around the one someone and see an end to lonely sorrow, and pull that little handle on tomorrow. Is this how it's always gonna be? It's just too hard to understand. If you don't do as you were told, your life's controlled by someone else's hand. And so we carry on and carry all these heavy hearts. Is this the chance chance you always knew would come your way, but not for you. And could this be what you are after, or just a path into disaster? Someone who has hopes of holding someone too. I wonder if whether fish like dancing. Could you dance? Show me you can dance. Tomorrow we hold until our fists go wide, and tell ourselves the choice was right. And we know that in the days to come, just cause it's a theatre doesn't mean you can't stand up. Just of holding someone who has hopes of holding someone too. And it see the space that once was hollow. Oh, by the way, so just because it's a theatre and we're underwater, I think your phones still work if you want to remember this or share it online. You know, help a gal out. The chance of holding someone who has hopes of holding someone too. And it fills a space that once was hollow. A little handle on tomorrow we hold until our fists go wide, and tell ourselves the choice was right. And we know that in the days to come we'll go on loving that one someone and see an end to lonely sorrow. Put that little handle on tomorrow. Wow. I know about fish and chips, but no one told me about fish and hips. Beautiful fish. How are you all doing holding your breath underwater? Fine. Oh look, there's more fish here. Swimming up, can anyone see that? I can see it great, you probably can't, but anyway, sorry. Gail, also,
Yeah.
How are you doing on the drums?
Yeah, it's really fun to play your songs, Brooke. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
You're doing really well. I can't believe
thank
you've never
you.
played them before.
No, me neither.
Yeah, you're doing really, really well.
What was that little handle about that you were singing about?
Well, that song, Little Handle?
Yeah.
It's well, I called it Little Handle because it's about hope, and in my head I sort of saw it like having like a little handle on something that you want and pulling it closer to you. And well, hope had been such a massive part of my life. Like that word meant so much to me because, well, when you grow up a Jehovah's Witness, a massive part of your life is believing that the future's going to be everything. This life is just a little blip, not blip, yeah, but it's like, it's not really what's meant to happen. What's really meant to happen is that when you survive Armageddon and the end of the world, you believe that you're going to live forever on paradise earth, and your family will all be there, and no one will get sick, no one will die, all the old people will grow young again, and you'll have wild animals as your pets, and no bad or evil things will happen, and no bad people will be there, and everyone will just live happily forever after. But I lost that. And so my hope turned to something much more like immediate and personal. And at the time, that was just to have my family back. So I used to sit on the end of my bed, and I'd write songs. That's where I wrote that song, Little Handle. And I had no social life, really, so that's what I spent my time doing, because I couldn't really interact with my family either.
So were you still at home then?
Yeah, I was. I was allowed to be because my sin was just a one-off occasion. But for other people, when they're disfellowshipped, they get kicked out with nothing, with no one. But I was allowed to stay at home, but I wasn't really allowed to engage with my family in a normal way. Like, I couldn't interact with them beyond what was necessary, or talk to them about things that weren't necessary. I wasn't really allowed to pray with them. I wasn't allowed to eat in the same room. And my siblings weren't allowed to talk to me at all.
Gosh, Brooke.
What about you, Gail? Have you got a big family?
Yeah, pretty big. I mean, they're all about the same size as me, I'd say.
Is that a joke? Do you get to see them much?
Well, actually, what you're saying about your family has made me think about my little brother Arthur, because quite a long time ago, when he was like 154,
Yeah.
he decided he didn't want to be a whale anymore.
He didn't want to be a whale?
No.
So what is he now?
I don't know, and I don't know where he is, but he never found it easy being a whale. He liked it up at the surface so much. He was always looking up at the light, holding his head up out of the water. Whales are supposed to stay down in the deep, and he just didn't.
So what, you don't talk to him anymore?
I don't know where he is.
I'm sure he'd like to see you.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd really like to see him again, actually.
Yeah, I hope you get to see him again too.
And what about you? How are things with your siblings now?
With my siblings? Now? A bit tricky, to be honest, Gail. I'll sing you a song that I wrote for my sister. We were born under an apple tree. Just the sun, the moon, and sky. Laughed so loud, we filled the air. Now she doesn't, 'cause she's shy. But she's in there. She's in there, she's in there. Step out of the shade, show us what you're made of. Step out of the shade, all you need is our love. Step out of the shade, show us what you're made of. Step out. We were born under a shade of green. Just the sun, the moon and earth. Song so loud. step out of the shade. All you need is that love. Step out of the shade. Show us what you're made of. Step out. I just really miss my sister, Gail.
Brooke, we're sinking. It's getting darker.
I know, yeah.
I'm worried about you swimming down here.
I'll be all right.
Brooke, it's really dangerous. I could swallow you.
No, Gail.
I could carry you to the shore.
No, don't. Please don't. I'm terrified of that idea, to be swallowed by a whale. I've always been a genuinely scared person. Taught about the end of the world and Armageddon, everyone dying, the rain and the flood, like Noah's Ark. Every time it rained, I thought it was going to flood. Anyone that wasn't a Jehovah's Witness was going to do something bad to me. And mannequins and puppets, no offense. That wasn't related to the religion, but anyway, still, I was scared of them. And the idea of being swallowed by a whale, Gail, is just too scary. And I don't think I'm the only one. You guys don't want to be swallowed by a whale either. I want to be swallowed? What? Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. This is stupid. Are you serious? But Gail, no offense, but you're massive. And look at us. Well, we're all so small. And how about you guys? Do you want to be swallowed by a whale? What? You really want to be swallowed by a whale? Is that you giving me consent? Fine, Gail, as long as you take us all together. Okay, everyone, on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's getting tighter. Tom, keep going. Push harder. I can see a light. Keep going. Okay. That's it. Keep going. Wow. Tom, go, Tom. What? Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, Gail. It's gorgeous in here. I love what you've done with the place. Oh my gosh, we look pretty good too. Guess there's nothing like a bit of stomach acid to burn an old polyester suit, hey? Oh my gosh, I really love it in here. Gail, you've swallowed all of our instruments too. What? Gail? Gail!
Intestine, 1, 2, 3.
You can hear us?
I can hear you.
Great. It's very clear. Wow. And thank you so much for swallowing our instruments. Very grateful, very convenient. And all of these lights you've got in here. The ambience is gorgeous and we look beautiful. And oh my, stop it. What are those?
Oh, I got those online. But then when they arrived, I realized I didn't have feet. You can have them if you like.
Shut up.
If you
I
like.
can have these.
Yeah, if you like them, they're all yours.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Gail. Stop it. Gail, these are so beautiful. I've never seen anything more beautiful in my whole life. And I've never had a pair of heels before.
Do they fit?
Gail,
No way.
they fit me. I'm so great. This is so kind of you, Gail. This is the... Stop it.
Okay.
They're magical. What is this? Oh my... What have you done, Gail? It's such a shame they don't... Well, it's not a shame they don't fit you, because they fit me. Gail, hold on. Oh, I've got a bigger right foot. Oh. Gail, I love them.
Great.
Gail, I promise. I promise to you, if I ever find a pair of heels... Oh, hold on. What? Another one? Oh, gosh. Stop it. I'm going to have frills everywhere. If I ever find a pair of heels that I think might fit you, I'll let you know.
Deal.
Great. What's happening?
A quiet escape, so giving and bright, a symbol of hope, like a fire in the night. A wonderful friend I appear to have won. A woman of stories, a woman of notes, a woman of laughter, but most of all love. In a heart so wide it could outshine the sun. Oh, she'll hold my hand till the bitter, and when I'm with her, oh, what a beautiful sound. But like every hero, limits you know, so be careful, she'll burn. Oh, be careful, we burn to the ground. To the ground. To the ground. To the ground. A righter of wrongs, a writer of rhyme, a mover and shaker, and then time to time, a mother to others who need putting right. The promise of silence, a garden of Eden, no one with it out, and when I needed feeding by the woman who's crowned by the white. Oh, she'll hold my hand till the bitter, and when I'm with her, oh, what a beautiful sound. But like every hero, limits you know, so be careful, she'll burn. Oh, be careful, we burn to the ground. To the ground. To the ground. No sign. No sign. No sign. She'll hold my hand to the bitter, and when I'm with her, oh, what a beautiful sound. But like every hero, limits you know, so be careful, she'll burn. Oh, be careful, we burn to the ground. To the ground. To the ground. To the ground. Oh, shine. Oh, shine. Oh, shine. Oh, shine.
Brooke?
Sorry. I love them.
I'm-
Sorry?
No, I'm just really flattered that you've already written a song for me.
What?
A wonderful friend, a writer of wrongs, a hero. It's really sweet, thank you.
Oh, Shah. Sorry, I mean, Gail. That song was actually for my friend Shah.
Oh.
Hence the oh Shah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah. No, I will. I'm sorry. I will write a song for you one day.
Oh.
It's just that Shah, or Charlotte, she was one of the first people that opened her home to me when I ran away from Hastings. Thanks, Shah.
Gosh, that's so nice of her.
Yeah. And
So, where did you run away to?
where did I? Well, to Bristol. Yeah, I ran away to Bristol, and I just kind of, well, because I just knew it was far enough away from Hastings that I probably wouldn't get recognised. So I came here, and I got a job in a care home, and I just started building a new life and a new family.
So, Shah was like a start of a new family for you?
Yeah, she really was. And then from there, like, about a week later, well, actually a week after I moved to Bristol, I met Tom at an open mic. I just played one of my songs, and he was like, ding, 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 can I play on your song? I was like, sure. And look what happened. Still trying to get rid of him. Joking, babe. Sam, a couple of months later. And then I've got more brothers, and it's just growing. And about 6 months later, I met someone that's pretty much my little sister now, for life. And I love them all, and I feel really safe and saved by them all. And as well as building a new family, I also gained old family.
Oh, yeah? How's that? Didn't you run away?
Well, so I started posting my music online, and one day I was at my job at the care home, and I just had a text on my phone that said, "Love the songs, Brook," smiley face. And it was from my uncle, Adrian, the one in the car park, remember?
Yeah.
So basically I was on my break, and I just started texting everything that had happened. I told him I was gay, that I'd been disfellowshipped, that I was like holding on to the last threads of a relationship with my mum and dad. And I was crying so much, and I pressed send, and then a couple of minutes later he replied, and he was like, "Come round for dinner." So I went back to Hastings, and I drove to his house. And Gail, it turned out that he'd been living 10 minutes away the whole time, and we didn't know. And we spoke pretty much all night, and I found out stuff about our family history that none of us knew, stuff from that side of the story. Anyway, my mum and dad didn't know why I'd come back to Hastings. I hadn't told them I was seeing Adrian because he was disfellowshipped. And if they knew that I was seeing Adrian, they could get in a lot of trouble too. They could potentially get disfellowshipped because of the contact. Anyway, the next day, I saw my mum, and she asked me, "Why are you back in Hastings?" And I was like, "Well, I can't lie to my mum." So I said, I saw Adrian. And she said, "You've got to tell Dad." And then, well, I'll tell you the rest in a minute. A change in the weather, my friend, that's all it takes. An alteration in the atmosphere, a little bit of straw that breaks the back. Yes, it may have been a long time coming, at least it came. I'm just hoping that one day they'll see it. I'm hoping that one day they'll do the same. No, it wasn't my choice. I chose to obey. Nothing's holding me down now, and I've got so much to say to you. Like a swift heading straight for Alaska, this turn is turning swiftly around. Give me back all those hours plucked up the courage and I saw my dad. And I said, Dad, I saw Adrian. And he sat at the bottom of the stairs with his head in his hands and he listened. And he listened to pretty much everything I told him that Adrian and I had spoken about. And eventually when I finished, he took his head out of his hands and he stood up and he started coming over to me and I was like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna say? Because this wasn't allowed, but this was a big deal. Anyway, he got out his phone and he started texting Adrian. And they arranged to meet up in a pub that night, just down the road. And for that night, after 20 years apart, 10 minutes away the whole time, they were allowed, well, they weren't allowed, but they were determined to be brothers again. And they drank a pint and they loved each other as family is meant to do. Things are turning around. Things are turning around. Things are turning around. Choice. I chose to obey, but nothing's holding me down now. And I've got so much to say to you. No, it wasn't my choice. I chose to obey. Nothing's holding me down now. And I've got so much to say to you. It feels so nice to say all this to you, Gail.
Oh, Brooke, it's so nice to play your songs.
Yeah, you're playing so well.
Oh, thank you.
Don't tell her, but our other drummer, Eva, that ran off, she was so good. You are freaking great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing really well.
It's so nice to play an actual drum kit, because I tried making one out of fish before, but they kept moving around.
Oh, yeah. Slippery.
Do you have like a musical family, Brooke?
Well, we did a lot of singing at the meetings. Well, I'd say my real love of music started with the one and the only, Barbra Streisand. Yeah, I love Barbra Streisand so much. And and my Nan Maud also loved her. And me and Nan Maud just love Barbra Streisand and all of her musicals. And then that just got me into musicals and anything to do with a musical in general and tap dancing. My Nan Maud actually used to tap dance when she was a kid. But I guess, when she became a witness, she just have to give it up. But yeah, stereotypical gay. I like musicals. Shoot me.
I don't usually like musicals, but I'm enjoying this one.
Okay, I wouldn't actually say this was a musical. I would say this was more of a semi-improvised autobiographical piece of musical gig theatre. New genre. But a couple of years ago, I did actually write a musical, Gail.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. It was called Mr. McGlump.
Oh, nice.
And
do you want to play a song from that?
You'd want us to play a song from Mr. McGlump? You wouldn't mind, Gail?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes! Guys, ready. Okay, right, let's play that opening. Ready? Ready? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, and...
No, guys, stop, please. Please stop. Eddie, you've just reminded me I really don't like musicals.
Really, Gail? Really, you don't really don't want it?
No.
The fish seem to like it. The fish want a song from Mr. McGlump. The fish really want a song from Mr. McGlump, don't you? Well, then you'll have to ask the Bristol old Vic to program it then, won't you? Yeah. No, I just love... Anyway, okay, we won't. We'll move on. But,
What was it about, Mr. McGlump?
What's it about?
Yeah, why did you write it?
I'll tell you what I could do. I could do a 30-second whole version of it. No, I'm joking, already. No, it's basically, Gail, when I left the religion, I just realised how much the stories had, like burrowed their way into my mind and how much I'd, held onto them in my mind. They were, tattooed on my brain. And the lessons and the stories that we learned. And we had this kids' book, which conveniently you've swallowed a copy. I think it's from the 40s. Gosh, it's ancient. No, we had a kids' book called My Book of Bible Stories that we used to read all of the time. The pictures and illustrations and the stories are just burnt on my brain, like I said. Pictures like a man holding up a woman by her throat and strangling her. A man about to cut a baby in half. And a man about to be stoned. That was a nice one to go to bed to. And your story, Gail, Jonah and the Big Fish, or Jonah and Gail the Whale, as I now know it is terrifying. And I grew up near the sea, so you pretty much ruined my summer. So anyway, they were burnt on my mind, and then I realised over time that the religion is just based on stories. It's all based on stories. And it holds you as an individual, as a person in that religion, so tightly within its own story. We didn't call it a religion, we called it the truth, with a capital T. And anything outside of that story was just false. And I have 2 nieces that were born before any of this stuff really happened with me. And because I knew I was gay, I knew I'd never stop being gay, I was terrified that at some point down the line I might disappear from their life, like my Uncle Adrian had disappeared from mine. So I started writing them stories. And then one story that I wrote, called Mr. McGlump, was about a character who was pretty much a mix of me and my uncle and what had happened to us. And all of his neighbours ignored him and were scared of him. And no one really knew him. And he was living on the same street as everyone, but they just ignored him. It didn't exist. But then it turns out that he's really lovely and he's really good. And I realised that it was like a message in a bottle to my nieces to just say, when they were reading it when they grew up, for me to say, I'm a good person. Please get back in contact with me.
Gosh, Brooke.
So I'll tell you what, Gail. I will play you a song from Mr. McGlump, but I'll play it in a different way.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, don't worry. At this point, Gail, I was just, I was more making music for my whole family and writing lyrics for this musical that were addressed to my whole family. Eddie, do you mind giving us a little bit of an intro? Technology. Hold on. I don't know Tom, what's happened with this box? It's flashing red. Gail. Oh, just double tap it. Thanks, Tom. Fine, you can stay in the band. He's a whiz on these things. I'm a cucumber. Right. Good job, we're just about to enter the most emotional part of the show, isn't it? Right. Okay. Go on, give us intro. We tried so hard to fit in on a street where perfection's your goal. No matter how well you begin, it's so hard when you're always told it will get easier if you try. It will get easier, but you lie and pretend. You pretend. And though I hate to say it, it's just a game. And we've played it so well so far, but deep inside, you know the truth. Yes, you decide if happy enough is good enough. If you don't know how you feel, happy enough is not enough. If your garden isn't real, happy enough with a perfect world inside your head. But good is good enough. Always singing the song of another man, told what I sung was wrong. Now I'm finding my voice as your brother, and it's a voice that's so strong. For happy enough is not enough if you don't know how you feel. Happy enough is not enough if your garden isn't real. Happy enough with a perfect world inside your head. For good is good enough. Yes, happy enough is not enough if you don't know how you feel. Happy enough is not enough if your garden isn't real. Happy enough with a perfect world inside your head. But good is good enough instead.
Brooke, I should have said this earlier, but you've got a shit on your forehead.
Gail, that's my birthmark.
Oh, I thought it was a fish poo, sorry.
No, it's not a fish poo.
Does that mean you've had it your whole life?
Yes, Gail. That's why it's called a birthmark. I have had it my whole life. Yes, I have. I used to have a fringe that went down to my eyebrows, which covered it up, and no one ever knew that I had it. But unfortunately, the gene that I share with Uncle Adrian means that all my hair falls out. All the other men in my family have luscious locks, and I'm the one with a great big shit stain on his face. And all my hair falls out. But anyway, I like it. I like it now. I've learnt to love it. And it's kind of like my identity. It's part of my face. It's like, it's part of who I am. Oh, thanks. And I actually, when I moved to Bristol, and I was trying to like be incognito, like a spy, whenever I'd see Jehovah's Witnesses out in the street preaching, I used to cover it up. I'd like scratch my head or have a hat on, or yeah, because I just didn't want them recognizing where I'd moved to and find out where I was. But I'm not so worried now, because it's like, I like it. It's never going to go away. And it makes me beautiful. It makes me who I am. A bit like my sexuality. Like, that's taken a lot longer, but it's who I am. I was born with this. I was born with this inside me. And it makes me beautiful. Inside the religion, it was a mark. It was an imperfection. But outside of it, it's beautiful, and it makes me who I am.
Sorry. You know, Brooke, I get bullied for my barnacles.
Oh, Gail.
Yeah, the fish, they're like, oh, barnacle face. And if I swim up to a group of fish, you think they're all that? They're like, oh, guys, look, your meals on whales have arrived.
No. That's just mean. That's just mean. And you've always got to remember, they've got stuff going on at home. But Gail, you have to listen to the voice inside of you. I know it's really hard, but you have to.
Thanks, Brooke. I guess you are the voice inside of me now as well.
For the minute we all are, aren't we? You're beautiful, Gail!
Thanks, everyone.
Oh. So remember that when we're gone, okay? Remember?
Thanks. Yeah.
And also, another thing that is nice to remember, Gail, is, what I like to think about it, say, with animals, say if a zebra had no stripes and was just white, you wouldn't see it and go, oh, look, a zebra. You'd see it and go, oh, look, a white horse. And if a giraffe had no patches and was just like a beige thing, you wouldn't see it and go, oh, a giraffe. You'd see it and you'd go, oh, look, a beige thing. Or a very, very long-necked lemur. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our marks make us who we are.
I hadn't thought of it like that before.
Uh-huh. And while we're on the subject of animals, there was something. So when I was having this meeting with those three men, the 2 window cleaners and a gardener, and they were deciding whether to take my whole family away and disfellowship me, they asked me a question. And they said, Brooke, can you see how homosexuality is the same as bestiality? And in my heart, I was like, no. No, it's not the same. I want to love someone. I want to connect with someone in the way that you connect with your wives. It's not the same as bestiality at all. But then they got out the Bible, and they showed me that the 2 words were next to each other in there. And these 3 men held my family in their hands. They held my life in their hands, really. So I was like, I have to please them. I have to answer correctly. So I said yes. I could see how it was the same. And at the time, I kind of still loved God in a way, and I still had a relationship with God, and it made me feel really bad, and I felt really ashamed by it. But Gail, it's taken me 6 years to ask, where is that scripture? So, I picked up the Bible and I tried to find it. Flick, 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 flick. Didn't find it. Flick, 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 flick. Didn't find it. But eventually, Gail, I did find it. Where did I find it? Well, in the version of the Bible that we used at our meetings, I found it in the glossary. Gail, they were reading me the glossary. This is what they read. Sexual immorality, from the Greek word porneia, a general term for all unlawful sexual intercourse. It includes adultery, prostitution, sexual relations between unmarried individuals, homosexuality, and bestiality. Exactly. Yeah. No. We'll move on. Homosexuality and bestiality. At least we're laughing now. I wasn't. And they pointed to that and they said, can you see how those two words are next to each other there? And I said yes. But, Gail, they were reading me the glossary. They were reading me the glossary. A beast, they called me. So, a beast I shall become. Put down in the dark and all alone, I found something I was never shown. No clue how to do it at the start, but time has a way of making a way of making Gail, I would like to introduce you to one of my best friends. No, it's not this sponge. My palette. My palette has been around the world with me. We've painted many faces, and we've seen many places and made many things together. And I genuinely owe so much to this palette. I found it in my dad's garage when I was a teenager, and I had no clue how to paint at first. But I really wanted to. So I started simply with black and white. And that's kind of how I've come to terms with my sexuality. Slowly but surely, step by step. So I started painting portraits. I love painting portraits. I just love faces. Oh, wait. Oops. Hold on. I wish I was an octopus. Are one of you fish an octopus? I started painting portraits of people. I've made some of my best friends just by painting portraits. Going up to strangers in the street and saying, wow, you're beautiful, you've got an interesting face, can I paint you? And some of those people are still best friends to this day. So I started, and when I start painting a portrait, when I'm starting painting painting in general, you kind of want to start with a simple, solid foundation. In this case, I'm just using white. And once you've got your first layer down, you can move on. But you can't just add your second colour straight away, because the two paints, they'll smudge. So you have to give them time to dry. Once it's dry, you can go about adding your second colour. In this case, I'm just using black. I feel like Bob Ross. Your paintbrushes are like your little friends. They're like your little army. I've had paintbrushes since for like over 10 years because they're just so, you just get so attached to them. And when you store them on their bottoms, not their heads. Otherwise they go all fluffy, okay? The worst thing is going into someone's and going, oh my gosh, look at the state of your paintbrushes. You just want to save them. Anyway, and remember, keep hold of them, look after them, and keep them in a nice place. For instance, on the end of a fan. Thanks, Dad, for making me my first ever paintbrush fan. Confident with your line making, Brook. Be confident. So, make your marks. Confidence. You came, you gave me something I could be. I gain every time you're testing me. If it wasn't for you, I would be alone. I would be at home and blue. I would be so low, have no work to show it's true. Take the sky away, ocean, rivers too. Forests need not grow, I will never walk on through. Eddie, do you mind giving us a little bit of violin? Go on, play something really nice. So, I was scared of using colours. So I start with black and white. Colours are beautiful, but they're so complicated. Scientists still can't really fully understand colour. But I realised that even though I was just using black and white, by using black and white, I was using all of the colours at the same time. White is made up of every colour. If you took one colour out of the spectrum, you wouldn't have white. So beautiful. And all the colours are in between the two of them. Take the sky away, take the ocean, rivers too. Step back from your canvas, see the whole picture. Forests need not grow, I will never walk on through. If it wasn't for you. Painting has helped me through so many situations in my life, Gail. Art, in general, has been a lifeline to me. Whether that's painting portraits of people, whether that's writing silly little poems for my nieces and stories, making music with friends, writing lyrics, finding rhymes, writing whole picture books, writing musicals, writing this show, performing this show. Performing this show is hold on, guys. There's something I should have said sooner to everyone. Performing this show has the potential to make me an apostate. That word probably doesn't mean much to many people in this room, but to my family, it's the worst word a person can be labelled with. Worse than gay, worse than disfellowshipped. In the dictionary, apostate just means someone who's left their former faith. But to Jehovah's Witnesses, that word likens someone to a corpse, to a dead body, to poison. And that by getting close to me, they'll catch a disease. The word gay shook my family. The word disfellowshipped shattered it. But the word apostate has the potential to destroy it. I'm not the one saying this word, and my family really aren't the ones saying it either. It's the organization, it's the system that's in place. And words are so powerful, just like lyrics of a song. But words can really, really harm people's lives. And I don't know how to do anything about that, but I know that words have been twisted and changed in both directions. The word queer used to be a weapon to people, against people, but it's been reclaimed. And it's now a strong word that the community hold and have power over. And I don't know what I can do with the word apostate for simply speaking and believing something else, your truth. My mum and dad, a couple of years ago, decided to step away from the religion, a community, a whole world that they had been born into too, that they'd spent 60 years of their life in, knowing nothing else. But when everything happened with me, they realized that it just wasn't right. And we started finding out things that really shook and shattered our faith, our trust in the religion and in the people who run it. But by doing so, they've lost 3 children and 2 grandchildren. I'm standing here, and I don't want people in this room, and I don't want the world thinking that Jehovah's Witnesses are bad people. They're not. Some of my most beautiful friends that I've had in my life are witnesses and are still witnesses, but they are in a system that's controlling them. Not only controlling them, but damaging lives, not protecting children in the way that it should. And I've seen what it's done to people, what it's done to families, and what it's done to mine. So many times, I've doubted myself as to whether I should do this, whether I should speak about it. But I know that not speaking doesn't change anything. And there have been times when I felt that my sexuality and my questioning of things was to blame for the breakdown of my family. But I now know that that's not true. My Nan Maud died a couple of years ago. She was 94. She never had a funeral. She had spent 63 years of her life preaching and waiting for a promise that never came true. And in the last few years of her life, just before she died, I told her I was gay. And despite everything she had been told to reject, she accepted me. And she became my friend. And we spoke in a way that I don't think she could speak to anyone else in her community. And it turned out that she had worked out things that I had worked out too. And eventually she said to me and my mum, "I'm so sorry I brought you into this. I guess we've all been hoodwinked, haven't we?" I believe, and I really do believe this now, that Nan Maud wanted me to come out. She wanted all of us to come out. when I paint a portrait, the last thing I paint are the eyelashes. No, I will not get over you. You're part of me, I'm part of you. Bit of burlesque for you. To everyone who has loved me at some point in their life, whether that's a family member that I no longer speak to, a Jehovah's Witness or non-Jehovah's Witness, to strangers in the street who have smiled at me, to anyone who considers me their friend, thank you. Thank you for helping me on this wild journey that is life. Do a nice big magical bit for this bit. A zebra needs a tail. No, I will not get over you. You're part of me, I'm part of you. For far too long, there has been an elephant in the room. Say hello to Deborah the zebra. Oh, life can leave a mark upon the heart, but life, it has a way of making art. Take the skyway, take the ocean rivers too. Forests need not grow, I'll never walk on through. Gale, I feel incredibly powerful right now. I don't suppose you happen to have swallowed any front doors over the years, have you?
A front door?
Yes, you know, like a big rectangular wooden thing.
I have had a weird pain in my side recently.
In your side? What
Yeah,
side?
well, kind of just behind where you are now.
Just like here?
Yeah.
Under the drums?
Under there, yeah.
Oh my goodness me, Gail. You have such beautiful intestines.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Eddie. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that feels so much better, thank you.
Great. I might not be sure if I believe in God, but somewhere, something believes in me. Gail, I have something to do.
What do you need a front door for?
It's a little hard to explain. So Nan, no regrets, those years knocking on doors, because Nan, here's a tap dance, and the knocks are all yours! Yes, I am doing this, in platform high heels.
lived one.
My name is Brook Tate, and
Reach and take my hand.
I usually dress up as a zebra.
Yes, we are all that is imaginary in this menagerie.
Called Deborah.
Nice to meet you.
And I do a show called Birthmarked, which is on my head here. I'm just sat on the beach, St Leonard's Beach. Just along there is where I around this part of the sea is where I based the story of Birthmarked, which is a gig musical thing that I started, I think it was 2021 or 2022. It's 2021.
When I'm with her, every hero limits, you know. So be careful, Superman, be careful, we burn to the ground.
It's been a bonkers journey, and it's really helped me process a lot about my experience growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, and what happened when I came out as gay.
And then you will begin to know the mystery of indigo, the melody that comes between the ocean blue, the forest green.
I decided to step away from the religion, and in turn was excommunicated in the process.
What pride, what power,
do you possess? What wild wonder fills your heart? Ignite, inspire inside your chest the story waiting to start. Embrace the creature you released and face the beauty of the beast. The elephant can now move over. It's been an incredible journey, and one that's made me meet so many amazing new friends and build relationships with people and express myself in ways that I never thought I could, and really experience the power of theatre and songwriting and just art and transformation. Oh, life leaves a mark upon the heart, but life has a way of making art, and it's really had a real life impact on my life, to the point where it's helped me get to a place where I'm understanding the way my own brain works with regards maths. But that's a whole different project, and that's a whole different thing, so I won't go into that yet, now, here. I have decided to start a crowdfunding because the last run of Birthmarked that I did with my band in the theatre, I kind of got this feeling in my belly that I couldn't do it anymore in that way. I couldn't do it on stage because although it has been an incredibly healing process, but it got to the point where actually I realised it was taking a lot from me. The show was becoming such a big thing to perform, to deliver each time. I think this is the last time I'm gonna do it. In this way, at least. But I wrote this little poem today and finished off. Deborah the zebra had love in her heart, but sadly, her family had fallen apart. She tried with her words to be honest and true, but there's only so much clever wording can do. So instead she would sing, she would paint, she would dance, in hope that her family might just have a chance to get back what they'd lost. And she hoped for that day they would all be together, them happy, her gay. But a curtain must fall and come down on this show. It is time to move on, and it's time to let go. And luckily, the timing of that happened just a few days before I had a gig booked down in the town, which was the first time that I performed the show in my hometown, which was kind of terrifying and scary, but the way that it was received by the community in St Leonard's and Hastings, where I'm from, really, it was like that was what the timing of that decision was all building up to be at a place where I could land back at the very same space that I had left, or felt that I had to leave. I don't know when the next time I will perform it live will be, or if, who knows, but I have told myself for the last few years that I really want to record the music and record it as an album, because the focus has been so much on the live performance with the theatre, which has helped us develop as a band and as a piece of art so much. And now I feel, and my band feel, we all feel that we're ready to go into a studio and record it and capture capture what we've made before life gets in the way and we all, like, things change. Who knows what will happen? But I feel ready now to record this story. So I'm looking to raise the amount of money that's on the side or wherever this video is. It's quite a significant amount of funds to record it professionally and to film it within the studio and to make a really beautiful visual film, movie, audio soundtrack of Birthmarked, of the story. And then it can reach much larger audiences and reach around the world than I can just myself. So yes, if you would like to donate, that would be incredible. Any amount will help. So yes, I'm just incredibly grateful to everyone that has already supported me on the journey so far with my art and in every sense. And now this is a time that I feel comfortable and confident and supported enough to ask for help to achieve this next goal. So in 2025, I really plan to record Birthmarked as a studio album with a film that is really fully immersive. So if you'd like to help support that, then I would be super grateful. And please spread the word with whoever you think might want to support that. If you saw Birthmarked in the theatre in Bristol or Hastings or anywhere else that we performed it, and you know other people that saw it and enjoyed it, please send this link to them, because it'd be really nice to reach all the people that shared the whole journey with us. So from the beach, St Leonard's Beach, from the very beach that it was all set in my mind, in my imagination, thanks very much. Thanks for watching the video, and thanks for any support that you feel you can give. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you, sister. A task too big for him to shoulder, a task too big for him to bear. Leave this town and find another. I think I'll run away somewhere. Board the boat and hope to lay beneath the decks and out of sight. Hope to travel through till morning, but the storm came through the night.
Do you recognize that you have committed a gross sin?
He'll go under, he'll go down. He will listen to the water sound.
Are you repentant for what you have done?
He'll go under, he'll go down. He will listen to the water sound.
These acts are akin to bestiality.
They had families for feeding, they had jobs for getting done, and their children needed fathers, one for all and all for one. No, he'll go under, he'll go down. He will listen to the water sound. He'll go under, he'll go down. He will listen to the water sound. Is it cowardice or honesty to admit a lack of bravery? Is it cowardice or honesty to admit a lack of bravery?
Brook Tate is no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
No,